Hello and welcome to the February 2025 production audio wrap-up. I'm Peter Schneider. I'm here with Nick Huston in New York and TK Edmondson out in Atlanta.
I'm TK Edmondson. Hi.
Hi.
Starting off with the Zaxcom MicPlexer 3. This is going to be their RF filter and amplifier, now available from 470 to 665 megs and 745 to 965 megs. So you get dual. It's going to feature a continuously adjustable 50 meg tuning window. So tune as you will. And it is shipping now, priced at $1,450. That is $1,450.
That's an interesting second frequency range, isn't it? 745 to 965?
Yeah, I assume it's for international customers. Two things. One, the irony of wideband wireless is that we really have to think about filtering. And number two, this product is good for any brand of wireless receiver, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
50
And
megs
they are shipping. We got our first one in just last week, so very exciting. We did a video with Glenn a couple weeks ago where he showed off the MicPlexer 3, and we talked about a whole bunch of other stuff. Much tea was spilled. Glenn specifically talked about the upcoming VTX transmitter that will be available as an upgrade for the Nova or as standalone. And the next generation Diva, as well as many, many other things.
I'm excited about the VHF. VHF, I think, is like a unsung hero of Spectrum, especially for film use and really for any use. So a viable digital VHF transmitter for client monitoring or any purpose, I suppose. You can use, I mean, those receivers can be plugged in for camera hops if you wanted to.
Right, and the VTX transmitter right now, and the thing they're ironing out, is that right now it works in analog mode, so it's only going to transmit to the VRX or Comtech PR216 receivers, and they're working on a new digital mode, and that'll sound even better than the analog transmission.
Did Glenn give a timeline for when digital mode is going to be a thing?
Digital mode will be ready when it's ready. That's the important part, right? Is to make sure that it's just right before it's released, so that people get it, it works, they're happy with it.
Yeah, well, that's Zaxcom's things too. We don't release it till it's ready.
Another hot button issue. Glenn touched on the new TRX LA5 hardware update, which gives it an extra 6 dB of dynamic range. So that's cool. New units are shipping with that, or you can get a factory upgrade for an extra $100 if you need it. Not everybody needs it, but if you're using like a very high output, high sensitivity lavalier, like a DPA 6060, when people are screaming, you might clip a little bit. So that's available. But anyway, check out the video on gothamsound.tv for more of Glenn and me, but mostly Glenn.
DPA announced their first wireless microphone, the N Series.
N is for nice.
N is for digital.
Perfect.
It is full digital, 126 dB of dynamic range, 470 to 870 operating range, true diversity. It is for the live and touring and install markets. And I say that because it is a 2-channel 1RU receiver. And it's got a body pack and a handheld and controller software. Estimated release time, summer 2025, late summer is what I'm seeing. So I guess August.
It will be here when it's here. We get there when we get there.
That's right. I sense a theme in this
Stop
broadcast.
asking, or I will turn this live stream right around.
All right, and we're very excited about the Lectrosonics DSSM. This is now shipping. It's available in limited quantities. This is an IP57 rated transmitter. It's fully submersible, and it's just a little miniature digital thing, like this big in my hand here. Check out the Instagram video we did. Nick submerges this thing in the sink up there in the New York office. Very, very cool. This was also the winner of the most anticipated at the Gotham Sound Customer Choice Awards that we recently did about 2 months ago. And they have waterproof lavalier connections that we are offering to wire this from our lovely our in-house service department. So yeah, if this is what you need, these are now shipping. Reach out to us, please.
Yeah, this was pretty fun to mess around with the beta unit. I remember that I was showing a couple of tours that came in a glass of water with the transmitter in there, and I made the mistake of taking a drink from the glass of water, which was kind of gross.
That explains your sick days immediately following that event.
Yeah, exactly. Interesting idea to hide it in a glass of water, or hide it in a cup, and still make it work, but or a water bottle on a lav. But yeah, it was really really neat, fun, and I'm excited to see those start getting out there.
Yeah. Oh, it's definitely a welcome addition.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of things that have been announced and highly anticipated, the Radius Mini Alto is finally in production and should be arriving here in the States in March. So that should be any day now. This is the ultra lightweight and compact two-part magnetic pod windshields that attach to the Radius rad mounts for microphones up to 7.5 inches long. There are 3 sizes available soon. Shipping on the first wave with one more on the way. They are available bundled with shock mounts and wind covers, or as a standalone kit to add to your existing rad mount. You can pre-order now, and they will ship in the next few weeks.
Very cool.
Very excited.
Super modular. Really neat to see the quick go from outdoors to indoors, but with an actual blimp and not just a furry.
Yeah.
And there's a safety clamp on there too. So if you kind of don't believe in the magnets, they're very strong. I got to touch this and play with it a little bit in Dallas, but I was also nicely feeling about that little extra safety strap there. A little bit of
Nice.
Very exciting announcement from Clearcom. They have their FreeSpeak Icon Beltpack. This is in the 1.9 gigahertz radio range with that DEC band. It's got 9 programmable keys, so you can assign multiple channels. You can do groups, channels, point-to-points if you want. Mic and speaker push-to-talk supports Bluetooth 5.3. So for those of you that want to use your Apple AirPod Pros, 18 hours of battery life. Pre-order now. It's expected imminently, March 2025. One important note is that it is only for the newer FreeSpeak base stations. So specifically, it's for FreeSpeak Edge base and the Eclipse and for Arcadia, but not the older FreeSpeak 2 base.
This may be a bit of a non sequitur for this platform, but we just got to build something really cool based around FreeSpeak Edge and the IP transceivers. And,
yes.
I hope we'll do a video about that.
Yeah, we've been doing more and more work with the IP transceivers, which are different than the kind of standard transceivers that run on Cat5. The IP transceivers can easily go over fiber with just media converters. They support more Beltpacks, 10 per transceiver. So in a lot of ways, very flexible.
Yeah, that was a really neat thing to see, to like just plug in fiber, plug in this, I don't know, it was like a $50 converter.
A little more than that, but yeah.
$55. No, I don't know how much it was, but to see it, and then, magically, 100 feet away, 500 feet away, it just pops up and works.
1,000, 2,000,
feet,
3,000.
3,000?
Yeah.
Do I hear 3,500 going once?
Miles,
indeed.
$1, Bob. All right, Audianate, the Dante Director update is now available. This is going to give you new telemetry features to monitor your network status, as well as the latency over time of your networked Dante devices. So if you got a lot of things going on with your Dante setup, make sure you update for this new director. It's going to be very helpful in terms of seeing all of your data right there for you to reflect.
So new stuff from Ursa, a couple of new exciting items. First is the popper pouch. So it's a transmitter pouch that has 3 corners that are held in place by snaps. So you can put it over something like a belt loop or a bra or really anything, car handles, equipment arms, whatever, and then just snap those 3 things in place to hold the pouch so that basically, instead of having to take a belt off or, unclip something to attach the pouch to, you can just clip it over it. So that is neat. Those are shipping soon. We've had a lot of demand since those were released on Facebook, and we have yet to get any in, but they should be coming imminently. There are 4 different sizes and 2 different colors. They will be $28 each. They are available for pre-order on our website. The other thing that just came in today, and this is more exciting for a couple of reasons. Number one, I get to say undies now, which I think is hilarious.
Okay.
I've not talked about undies since my child was very, very small. So these are lightweight and stretchy unisex undies with multiple pouches and loops for the transmitter. So there's multiple mounting points. I believe there's a pouch along the waistline. There's a pouch around the thigh. And there's a pouch somewhere else. And there's little holes for the wire to go through, so you're not going on the outside of the undies. So these are a little different than the shorties. They're shorter than shorties. They're undies. But they're also not compression shapewear, so they fit a broader range of bodies. So there's going to be 3 different sizes, 2 different colors. They're going to be $45. So these are shipping from the UK shortly. Expect them in the next 2 to 4 weeks. So, mid-March to early April.
Ethan Goldberger is a customer and a great sound person, and he has come out with a product that we are really happy about called the EthoBands. And they are small rubber bands designed to hold lavaliers in a coil or any sort of small adapter or cable. 300 pack in a biodegradable container. And you can keep your cart bag clean without dirtying the earth.
Yeah, no, it's neat. It's always neat when a customer and a sound person designs something.
I love that. We are huge supporters of that.
We've got stock, so if you need them, throw them in your expendables stuff. And it's just nice to know where you can get them rather than ordering from Amazon or trying to find it at a hair care salon or however.
The dental braces versions.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say previously I had to get dental brace rubber bands and a container for my weed, and now I have both.
Perfect.
On the theme of new products, Viviana has released their Bag 8 NP, and this is going to be NP for neoprene. It's a neoprene case. It has 8 clear pockets. You can put your lavaliers, other small accessories, maybe even a really short cable. It's available in green and purple, which is typical for Viviana. That's their go-tos. And it's got a Velcro top strip there now. So you can use their lav mic patches for the labeling to see what you have inside and quickly organize your case without having to actually open up this Bag 8 NP. And, it's nice to kind of be a little bit more organized and structured from the outside before you have to go inside. So nod of the hat to Viviana for this one.
Nice.
I had a customer ask me about that yesterday, and I asked him, well, what color do you want, green or purple? And he was like, well, I'm trying to decide what Batman villain I am. And the answer was he went with the Joker. The Joker was the answer.
Sure.
So we'll leave it up to your imagination as to what sound mixer that might be. News about Aton. There is now the Club Cantar. It is not a resort for you. It is potentially a club for your Aton products. So it's a subscription service to help keep your Aton Cantar in service as long as possible. Basically, you join, you pay a membership fee, and it gives you access to
parts and service. Yeah.
Parts and service. Yeah. Check out clubcantar.com for more details.
Something to note, though, it is per device.
Yeah, so it's a subscription per device.
Yeah,
Good to know.
Your device subscribes.
Yeah.
You better get that device a credit card.
Yeah, every kid counts. I'm sorry.
No, but in all seriousness, it's a great way to give additional service life to what is absolutely a beloved brand and a beloved recorder. And there are so many of these working on major projects currently. And I'm really hat tip to the people giving effort to keep it alive.
Absolutely. Yep.
Ambient announced a coiled cable kit for their slim boom pole series. This is an internal coil cable kit, which is a much requested item. The coil cable itself terminates in a TA connector, and is the whole thing is user installable, field upgradable, and it includes a side exit full size XLR, available mono or stereo.
That's really cool. I was happily surprised by this. I always thought that the pole was just too slim to have a coiled cable inside it, because the former, the QS pole, that was the same diameter, couldn't do it, wouldn't do it. I assumed the slim poles would be the same. And once again, I am proven wrong.
You will need an 19 millimeter wrench.
You will need an 18.
If you
or
intend to
19
do this in the
millimeter
field.
wrench.
Not to say that you can't,
Yes.
but you just will need that. From IDX, the SLF PD. All right, so this is a high capacity 7.2 volt lithium ion battery, and it is compatible with the Sony L mount series. Outputs are going to be USB-A and USB-C. So for the USB-C connection, this is new, and it replaces the former X-Tap that they had on their previous series of batteries. And yeah, you now have the ability to charge in and out with this. So if you want to use this to power a small laptop or perhaps an iPad, you'll be able to use 30-watt maximum over power delivery specs for that output on the USB-C side. And then the USB-A is just standard 5 volts. So yeah, check this out from IDX. It's their new SLFPD battery.
Nice.
All right, so Lectro's having a Bagframe sale. The Bagframe was announced or came out last year at NAB. And it's a frame that helps you organize your bag with various Lectro receivers in it. So from now until NAB, which is coming up in early April, you can get 50% off a bag frame with the purchase of a 2-channel Lectro wireless system. So you get an SRC, a DSR, DCR822, any of those things, and 2 transmitters. You get, boom, 50% off the bag frame with the appropriate plate. Or if you get a 4-channel system, you get a free bag frame. So that would include the DSR4, 2 of any of the other previously mentioned receivers, and the corresponding transmitters, free bag frame. So it's a pretty slick, simple, yet well-made system to help you keep your bag organized and keep things from shifting around.
It's a great deal. Yeah.
And it's free.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
Or 50% off, depending on what you want.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for joining us. You have made it to the end of another monthly wrap-up, and we really appreciate it. We really appreciate all the feedback and all the comments. One of the things I really love about, meeting sound mixers, I was just at a Sennheiser gathering, and so many people came up to us and said how much they appreciate this. And so thank you, Nick. Thank you, TK. Thank you, Nate. Thank you, Jared. It really does take an army to put this stuff together. If you have ideas or suggestions, info@gothamsound.com. Follow us on all the social medias. Stay tuned for some pretty cool upcoming live streams. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you.